Vinted has some of the worst sellers and buyers on the internet. For example, I bought these as good quality, worn a few times.
Bruh.
I mean, look how they arrived. Yeah, not exactly what I expected. So, to make myself feel a bit better, I thought we'd go onto the Vinted Reddit page and take a look at some of the worst buyers and sellers other people have had to deal with. Because if those Air Max were bad, Reddit is probably gonna be worse. Now this is fucking stupid. Why are you shipping that in a plastic bag? I don't know what the value of that is. It could be worth £5, it could be worth 500. But at the end of the day, if you're sending a fragile item, at least bubble wrap it, send it in a shipping box, the extra £3 it is. Because now not only are you gonna lose out the money, the person who wanted that can no longer have it. So it's just a lose-lose. Use your brain. Now that's mental. Just bashing one out, we'll sort in a bit. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of sexual assault. Okay, now this is mental. This is a mobile phone and you're sending it in mayonnaise packets.
Bruh.
Imagine one of them exploded in transit. I just don't think people think. Best Buy responds, thank you, it's for my parrot. £1 piano and xylophone. That's funny. In my opinion, if you're selling an item for £1, at that point just give it to charity. Right. This is, I'm calling it now, before I've even seen this. Based off the quality of that image, it's from the partner that broke up and bank transfer only. It's a scam. I'm calling it now. Listen, if something's on Vinted, then use your brain. It's obviously going to be a scam if it's bank transfer. This is standard. This is complete standard on Vinted. It's called reverse negotiation. It's when someone's fucking stupid, is the simple way to put it. Offers 51, offer gets declined. Offers 48, offer gets declined. Reverse negotiation. And then we go again. I can't pay more than 40. That's standard Vinted. You just got to get used to that. 3 stars, I posted same day and as described. This one will never make sense to me. This has happened to me a lot. In my opinion, if you got what you paid for, it was exactly as described, quick shipping, good customer service, nothing arrived damaged or anything like that, you give a 5 star. Because you're forgetting the fact that the seller can also give you a bad rating. Then again, people are just thick. £25 for a stained Primark dress is crazy work. Realistically, what's retail on that? 10 quid? You know, if someone buys it, they buy it. But like, oh Lord. Well, that's got to get blurred. Yeah, interesting. That's like some super bad looking drawing. Jesus. Surely you can't sell pharmaceuticals on Vinted. I don't know. It is Vinted, isn't it? Always do a reverse search. Small lamp. £25. 45 favourites. Solid.
Bruh.
You know what? Profit's profit. If someone buys it, they buy it. And it's got 45 favourites. Could have made a tenner profit. This is standard. This has been a thing for so long. Even in reselling trainers. I remember this like over 5, 6, 7 years ago. You know how easy it is to fake a receipt? All you need is a receipt printer. I mean, you're not going to get it spot on, but you know what? You've got to respect it. That is well packaged. You wouldn't even get that from some shops. I respect the effort that people put into it, but depending on the value of the item, you are just selling a pre-loved item at the end of the day. You know, most of the stuff is low ticket. So doing that it's nice, but it's a bit OTT in my opinion. You've spent money on a thank you card, like the wrapping and all of that, unless you've got it from something else and you're reusing it. I personally don't see the value in doing that. This is one that I have seen, like, it's not a scam. I think it's just a bit of dishonest, right? So they're selling it as vintage designer dress. Vintage being the main word here, okay? It's then branded as vintage and Y2K and vintage, okay? It's got 14 favourites, so nothing crazy. But people were doing this, they're buying off websites like Shein and then selling it as vintage. Obviously it isn't, it's just fast fashion, and then some innocent people are obviously getting screwed over on it. This was listed as new with tags, but there are bite marks. I don't know if that's a bite mark. Oh, that's a peak one, 140 quid. One time, I'm not paying this amount, bobbling. I'll be honest with you, right? This could be a bad experience for the seller, but were they truthful about it? If I'm spending £140 and there's bobbling, even though it's been worn 1 or 2 times, then yeah, I'd be pissed off. So I think that goes both ways. Friends McDonald's figure, 30 quid. Like, game's game. If there's money to be made, someone's willing to pay it, then sell it. AI listings. It's a clever way of selling. I mean, the build quality on that is not great. It's a good way to market it. I don't see anything wrong with that as long as you've got the actual product. That's the way to do it. I love doing this one. When someone keeps lowballing you, so you just send them an offer they're not going to pay. It's not worth having that buyer, in my opinion. Prop money. £10 a note for fake £20 notes. Make that make sense. Unless prop money's really expensive, to me that makes no sense whatsoever. Teapot wrapped in nappies. Look, this is clever thinking. As long as it's protected, it doesn't matter. Obviously, sending a mobile phone in mayonnaise packets makes no sense whatsoever. But a teapot in nappies, as long as they're not used, I don't think there's much of an issue. I haven't seen anything that bad so far. That's a peak one. Last seen 5 months ago. I've had that before. You buy something and then you check their profile and they haven't been online for months and it's just popped up on the algorithm. You just know you're never getting it. Oh, here we go with this again. I really don't understand this whatsoever. Someone explain to me why people do this on clothing. Surely it just makes more sense to have it like flat laid out so you can see the whole thing. Shipping bag, fragile. We all know how this one's going to end. Yeah, as expected. Use your fucking head, man. That's glass or whatever it is. It's fragile enough that it can break. So send it in a box. Don't just send it. This is literally sent in wrapping paper, a tiniest bit of bubble wrap. That's not going to protect it at the end of the day. But that's just a lose-lose for everybody. So just use your head. 128 favourites. It looks like a pretty fresh apple though. I'll give them that. I don't get why people do this one. Like, I've seen it bare, like, I don't know. This will never make sense to me. If you're buying something, look, I understand you're giving it a 4-star, you needed them for a specific date, but tell the seller that, or check with the seller before you buy it. They waited till the last day to send it. At the end of the day, they have that week to send the item. So if it doesn't arrive in time, that's not necessarily anybody's fault as they're given a deadline to ship it. Me personally, I'll ship it as soon as I possibly can. But not everyone thinks that way. We don't know the value of the item as well. So I think that's pretty valid both ways in terms of the seller being annoyed, but also the buyer somewhat being annoyed as well. But that's just my opinion. Inadequate packaging. We've got a little Peter Rabbit number. Yeah, standard, shipped in a flipping Aldi or Lidl bag, whatever it is. You're literally asking for it to get damaged. Like, what do you expect? Should I ask for a partial refund? Finally, we've got some shoes. I wouldn't keep that item. Obviously, they're Doc Martens. They're somewhat expensive, but I don't know. I personally wouldn't keep that. Yes, you can see the crack, the tiniest bit there, and this is obviously the seller's photo. Send that back. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, we got a little iPhone, and I'm going to predict it's either fake iPhone or dummy. No, scratch to shit. Game's game. TV Ramata. My brother took my dildo, so I'm selling his TV Remora. Whatever. Right, we got someone flexing like their biggest vintage steals. So we've got a tweed hat, I think, some heels, All Saints dress, Vivienne Westwood ties. I don't know market on any of that, but I assume if they're showing it off, then it's good. Parcel gone missing from parcel shop. It looks right there to me. I do understand it as someone that obviously sources stock on Vinted sometimes and lowballs the absolute living hell out of people, but for the sake of 80p, surely you just buy it. Like, there's no point in losing that deal. Or for them, you know, offering another 50p, just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. This one, I'll never understand. So you're posting an item for sale for £10 and you've posted that it costs £6.99. Surely just don't show how much it cost you and then people are going to be more inclined to buy it. I mean, there's no favourites. It's probably quite a niche item. What the fuck? Swiftly past that. Let's see what we got here. Something damaged. Is that hair? Yeah, high key. That's disgusting. I'll never understand that, putting your pet up for sale on Vinted. It's got 76 favourites, so you're just fishing for likes, basically. This is genuinely one of the most asked questions I get about an item and then asking the complete opposite. It's obviously listed as silver 925 sterling ring, right? And then someone's asked, is it real gold? You're a fucking idiot. Jesus. Where do people get their stock? Well, it's obviously a reseller. That's a lot of favourites. There you go. If you're looking for a low-key brand, Lucy and Yak. Because that's got 200 favourites. That's got 200 favourites. There's obviously a demand for it. Courier scam. A little 3 dot number. So what they're trying to say is someone's put a little 3 dot in the parcel and switched it out because it looks repackaged as well. Yeah, look, it's repackaged. I don't know. The problem with this is either the buyer's scamming or the seller's scamming, and only one person knows the truth. Unless, like, in this situation, it's actually the courier switched something out. But it is the problem with it. You've got to take someone's word for it. That is fucking foul. Heavy vase. I'm not American. Vase. With a massive crack down the middle, and they've described it as excellent condition. Crack doesn't impact the item, adds character. Fair play. So far, I literally haven't seen any proper scams apart from like 1 or 2. Just all seems like schmucky buyers, if I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this is not the attitude you want. Someone's obviously salty. They've said they're not going to buy it. But you might have just lost a sale from that. Empty can of Pepsi, one of a kind, drank by me. 57 favourites. I don't get it. Game's gone. Oh my god.
Bruh.
£11. Worn dead ballet shoes. I can smell them through my screen. Great for art. What of that genuinely is art? The thing is, if like Margiela or something like that released a shoe like this for like 800 quid, people would buy it, but I can smell it through the screen, so we'll go on to the next. Learn my lesson on clicking everything is okay too quickly. Rip, stain. Standard, check everything you're buying is the simple solution to that. Top and skirt rave outfit, are you mental? You've just cut a t-shirt in half. I get it's creative, I understand that, but that's completely retarded. 10 Malaysian trumpet snails. There must be some legality, you cannot sell that. Right, I think I'm just going to end it there. I can't seem to find anything that bad, which shows maybe Vinted just is a good platform. But if you've had any bad experience, let me know in the comment section down below, or send them to my Instagram on the screen right now, and we can review them in another video if that's what you like. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I'll see you very soon. Peace.